Hey guys, it's Helen. I'm a traveling nurse. I'm currently in California and today it's a little bit cloudy and cold. I've got my heated vest on and I wanted to jump into the 10 things I wish I knew before I started travel nursing. I've got all my notes ready, so let's jump in. Number one, the first thing I wish I would have known before starting travel nursing is that these contracts are legit. I wish I would have started sooner, but I was so afraid that the contracts were fake. I was like, oh, how are nurses making this much money every single week? It can't possibly be real, but it is, and you do have to find a good company to work with. I can drop you my recruiter's name and number if you leave me a comment in the box below. The second thing I wish I would have known before I started travel nursing is that you need at least 6 months of savings in your bank account for emergency expenses. I personally say 6 months because you could have a lot of emergency expenses come up and you want to have a really good safety net if you're on the road and away from home. Your car could break down, your rental could fall through when you're stuck in a hotel, maybe you have an emergency and you need to fly home and that's going to be a hefty plane ticket cost. I personally hold financial coaching sessions for people who are looking to build their savings or maybe get out of debt before they start travel nursing, and that link is below. If you want to set up a free consultation, I would highly recommend it. The third thing I wish I would have known before I started travel nursing is that you typically only get 1 week of hospital orientation and then 1 to 3 shifts of unit-based orientation. So that's maybe 1 shift with a preceptor on your unit, and then you're taking your full load of patients your next shift. So you have to quickly learn and adapt to the new facility, or you're going to have a really tough 3 months, or you may even be let go. So number 4 is transportation. Your car. Are you going to be Ubering or walking? How much is it going to cost to ship your car out to wherever you're going if you do so choose to fly to these locations? These are all expenses to think about. Gasoline, where I am currently, is a good $2 to $3 higher than my home state. And these costs can add up quickly, so it kind of all falls back to the savings portion and your budgeting. Ooh, number 5. This is a good one. So number 5 is that you want to have the main hospital number or the hospital for the unit staffing. Why do I say that? Well, you're probably going to need to call out sick during your contract for whatever reason it may be, even if it's for emergencies. You have to call in sick. If you're a no-call, no-show, that's grounds for immediate termination from your contract. And since you've already spent a lot of money on your rentals and things of that nature, you want to make sure that you don't get terminated over a sick call. Number 6 is housing. You want to make sure before you sign that contract that you're looking into what housing opportunities are available around your hospital and in the city. You want to make sure that the area is safe and that you want to make sure the commute is doable for you before you sign a contract. So, number 7 is that you allow yourself time to go home, or at least take breaks. I suggest adding a week in your contract that's a break, so 7 days off or 6, however much your facility allows. And then if you plan to extend at the end of that contract, go ahead and take a break. A lot of people just want to power through and they want to make as much money as they can, or maybe they think they won't need a break. I find that it is very beneficial for our mental health as nurses to at least just take a step back for a week, maybe every 2 months, and regroup. Number 8. Number 8 is kind of a hard thing for nurses to hear, especially traveling nurses or people who are looking into the travel system. We're probably going to get the hardest patients, or maybe the most difficult patients. These are patients sometimes that the staff just do not want to deal with any longer. Maybe they're hitting their call button every 5 minutes and they've been in the hospital for a month, and all of the other staff members just want a little breather from the situation. Well, you as a traveler might end up with that patient every single shift for a whole month. I would say talk to your unit or your charge nurse or your manager about these situations if they do occur, because the unit should be sharing. But in my time as a nurse traveling, I have seen it happen a lot, and it's something to be prepared for. Number 9 is to research the hospital. Why do we want to research the hospital? Well, you can find out some pretty interesting things before you sign a contract. So that way you're not tied into a 3-month binding agreement and then get to the facility and realize that it is on fire. And anyone in healthcare knows what I mean by that comment. So it's a whole lot easier to go ahead and do your research, maybe on Facebook, do some sleuthing and figure out if this is a facility that would be a good fit for you. And if not, do not sign the contract. So number 10, this is something that I think a lot of nurses are actually afraid to do, but we should all be doing it. And it's at the end of our contracts, we need to ask for a raise. And that could be $1, $2 on top of your hourly, but just something to give you a little bump because you're staying at the facility. And if you were to leave and onboard somewhere else, onboarding costs are astronomical for the hospital. So by extending, you're actually saving them money, but we are also spending our time and our efforts here at this hospital, and we need to be paid for that. So go ahead and ask for that raise, and every time I've asked for a raise, I have gotten a raise. So today we're just going to keep our list to 10 items, but I could go on and on about the things that I wish I knew before I started travel nursing and give you all the tips and tricks that I've picked up along the way. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel, where I will be posting more about the travel nursing life and about how you can boost your savings and increase your personal financial status while you are on this travel journey. And thank you for watching. I had a lot of fun making this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. As a thank you for watching until the end, check out these awesome videos I've gotten over my travel journey.